Hello, and welcome to Eva Komen's Invasive Species Project for Mr. Moorhead's 4B biology class. So let's get right into it. This purple flowering plant is Lythrum salicaria, also known as purple loosestrife, spiked loosestrife, or rainbow weed. It is native to most parts of Europe, as well as parts of Asia and Australia, but has invaded the northeastern United States and the West Coast. At first, when I read that it was most likely brought to the US in ship ballast in 1750, I was like, that seems like a made-up word. Well, basically, ballast is the stuff they put in ships after they unload their cargo so that the ship stays balanced. Someone in the mid-1700s probably put some ballast water in a ship leaving Europe, and it had purple loosestrife seeds in it, and they were released when the water was dumped in the port in the Northeast. Then later, in the mid-1900s, some people thought it would be a good idea to bring more purple loosestrife into America, because it looks pretty in gardens. But in their defense, they were told that the plant could not reproduce. There is currently not a very high population of the plant in Louisiana, but it could very easily spread to other parts of the state and grow rapidly. At this point, you might be thinking, well, what's the big deal? This flower's so pretty. Bees like it. I've heard people use it as medicine. It couldn't possibly do any harm, right? Wrong! It does so much harm. Purple loosestrife replaces native plant species such as cattails and threatens the cultivation of wild rice in California. And because it replaces native plant species, birds, such as black terns and marsh wrens, lose their habitats. The root structure of purple loosestrife lacks the shelter and protection native plants provide to nesting ducks. Many methods, such as herbicide and physical removal, have been used to reduce the purple loosestrife population, but the most effective control method has been the release of leaf-eating beetles in 33 states, but no permanent solutions have been found. On to our next species. Neuropsa gray, also known as the brown anole, is a small brown lizard with an orange flap under its head called a dewlap, which is used during mating. It is native to Cuba and surrounding islands, but was most likely brought to Florida in the mid-1900s on boats as stowaways or as people's pets. The brown anole population is mostly located in the south, and there's a very high concentration of the lizard in Florida. Similar to how the gray squirrel has greatly reduced the population of native red squirrels in England, brown anoles have greatly reduced the population of native green anoles in Florida because of interspecies competition and competitive exclusion. And multiple studies have shown that the introduction of brown anoles into habitats reduces spider and insect populations. No measures to control or reduce brown anole populations have been introduced, but researchers think that total eradication would be very difficult. On to our next species. Boiga irregularis, also known as the brown tree snake or brown cat snake, is a 3 to 6 foot venomous snake with a wide head and large eyes. It is native to Papua New Guinea, the northern coast of Australia, and surrounding islands. This GIF shows the spread of the brown tree snake species across Guam over time. It was most likely brought to Guam after World War II by returning warships. And the introduction of the brown tree snake has caused massive devastation to native species on Guam. The brown tree snake has caused the extinction of 10 out of 12 of the native bird species on Guam, 2 native lizard species, and 2 out of 3 native bat species. The extinction of native species has also caused an increase in the insect population, which has reduced vegetation and crop yields. And the venomous snake has caused many hospitalizations and more than 2,000 power outages in Guam since 1978 from its climbing of power lines. Poisonous bait, traps, and other methods of exterminations have been implemented with some success, but no effective long-term solutions have been found. Invasive species such as Lythrum salicaria, Neuropsa gray, and Boiga irregularis pose serious threats to native species across the world. Education is one way to help.